The Tang Dynasty started much like the Han Dynasty, in which it came after a ruthless leader and had a powerful emperor. The first of these emperors, Cao Su, who continued many practices during the Sui dynasty, including he granted equal amounts of land to each adult male in return for taxes. He also made a money system consisting of copper coins and silk ribbons, continued the trend of local government rule, wrote a set of laws that lasted until the 14th century, and created a Tang legal code, which would be used by other countries and future dynasties in China. The second of these emperors was Tai Sung, who gained the throne by removing all political rivals of the Tang, killed his own brothers, and made his father abdicate the throne, then killed him once he was emperor. His rule is where many say the Golden Age begun. Some of the things he done was he shrunk the central and state governments so that the money saved by doing this could use to get a surplus amount of food in case of famine and provide relief for farmers in case of disasters. Silver exams were used again to have just court officials. Woodblock printing and gunpowder was invented during this time, and renowned poets now like Li Po, Tu Fu, and Wang Ri will be known in the Tang Dynasty during this time. The next of these people was Empress Wu Zetian, which was the first and only female ruler and one of the greatest rulers. She improved education, taxation, agriculture, and reformed the government and the Chinese aristocracy. The person who came afterwards was Emperor Zhang who had kind of a muddy starting. His cousin, who was emperor before him, Zong, was poisoned by his wife, Lady Wai, so that her son could rule. Then both were killed by Wu's daughter, Princess Taiping, who put her brother Wu Zong on the throne. Then Wu Zong abdicated the throne when he saw a comet interpreted as he was unfit to rule. His son, Zhang Zong, was put on the throne. When Zhang Zong didn't let Taiping rise in power, she hung herself. He made religious and political reforms that led to domestic tranquility and abolished the death penalty, improved the economy with more security on the Silk Road, made financial reforms, constructed temples and administrative buildings, built roads, and increased industry. Advancements during these times were gunpowder, air conditioning, gas stove, printing, advancements in medicine, science, technology, architecture, and literature. Soon as the Silk Road would be used more and more often, China became a melting pot of cultures with different religions like Islam, Zoroastrianism, and most importantly Buddhism, which quickly spread across China and combined with Chinese culture to make Zen Buddhism. During the late Tang period, however, Emperor Wu Song put Buddhism on a decline in China by closing thousands of temples for wealth. Then by 836, no foreigners would be allowed in China. The decline. During the last year, the An Lushan rebellion, named after a leader, took place. During this time, rebellion court officials, members of the royal family, and many other people were killed. This didn't help with the infight in the government already. Political feuding, scandals, plots, and even assassinations. Soon the dynasty split into 13 different kingdoms and were overrun by northern invaders, ending the Tang Dynasty.